in this problem, we have a monomial 3x squared, and we're multiplying it with a polynomial. This should look very, very similar to something that we have already done in this class many, many times. Somebody raise your hand and tell me this problem, and specifically looking at the parentheses, it should look like something that we've done a lot in this class before. Raise your hand if you think you know what I'm talking about. Kyle Grant? Distributes, distributive property, something that we've done many, many times. I'm going to distribute the 3x squared to each of these terms. Every last piece is going to get distributed to. Now, if I use the distributive property, it's important to remember what that means. Raise your hand if you know the answer to this question. If I distribute, am I adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing these numbers together? Ashley? I am multiplying. So this is a big multiplication problem. To do this, then, we have to remember what we did a week ago. If I'm going to multiply 3x squared times 5x to the third, first of all, what do I do with the coefficients, the 3 and the 5? Someone raise your hand and tell me. What am I going to do, Colton?
Multiply.
I'm going to multiply my coefficients. Let's start with this. 3 times 5 to get me 15. We also have to remember what to do with the variables. I've got x squared and I've got x to the third. When you multiply, raise your hand if you can answer this for me. When you multiply, what do you do with the exponents? Joe?
You add them?
You add them, absolutely. So I have x to the second, x to the third, add them up, x to the fifth. We do this for each term and just go down the line. Multiply the coefficients, 3 times 3 to give me 9. X to the second times x to the first, add them up, 2 and 1 makes x to the third. Continuing on, let's multiply the coefficients. 3 times negative 4. We're going to treat a minus sign like it's a negative. 3 times negative 4 to give me negative 12. X to the second, x to the first, add them up, x to the third. Multiply the coefficients. 3 times 11 to give me 33. And here's where I need everyone paying very close attention. I have x to the second here on the outside. I am distributing it into the 11. 11 does not have any x's. If there are no x's here with the 11, this one isn't going to change, and it's still x squared. That is all we are doing with this. In our final answer, I still have like terms, though. X cubed, x cubed. We just did this on Thursday and Friday. If I have like terms, I need to put them together, so I'll leave the 15x to the fifth alone. I have 9x cubed minus 12x cubed. That's negative 3x cubed. And then I'll add the 33x squared at the end. That's going to be my final answer. So, quick recap. Multiplied the coefficients. 3 times 5 is 15. Add the exponents. 2 and 3 was 5. Multiply the coefficients. 3 and 3 is 9. Add the exponents. 2 and 1 is 3. Negative 12. Add them up. 33. The x squared stays alone. That whole process is what you're going to be doing for each of these. Are there questions from this example before we look at one other one that is similar to this? Raise your hand if you have a question for this example. Okay.